Every Friday, we celebrate Connecticut's cultural districts, and today we are highlighting the historic sites in New London. Here with me this morning is Nicole Thomas and Lonnie Braxton. Now, Nicole is the Assistant Site Administrator for Connecticut Landmarks, and she and Lonnie are both researchers for New London's Black Heritage Trail. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so excited to have you guys here and to dive into this bit of history in our state. Now, Nicole, start off by telling us what the Black Heritage Trail is and how this all came about in New London.
Yes, the New London's Black Heritage Trail is a collection of sites. Now we're up to about 23. We started with about 15. And so we put together a collection of about 3 centuries of historic stories from New London County. That means a number of us just kind of came together, pulled up some information about little known Black history from New London, some of which the researchers had known about previously. But we pulled those things together and we were able to just get that going for people to understand some of the history that had been left behind. And so there were a number of us researchers, some people from the city having a conversation about the historic stories. And so just being able to look forward to that and giving the youth, the kids around town, even older people who hadn't known anything about the history of the area, we were able to pull that together. So really, really grateful to be able to start with 15 sites, but end up with 23 sites on New London's Black Heritage Trail, and to have the city of New London involved in things that we had been finding interest in of our own accord. Just an amazing project we were able to pull together.
Yeah,
really an amazing project.
Really awesome. Yeah. Now, Mr. Braxton, he actually helped us. We did a Juneteenth special a few years ago, and we met you down in New London to talk about the pier out there. Let's get back to the trail here. Is this something that's guided? Is it a guided tour? People can just explore.
It is a guided tour as well as a self-guided tour. Everyone's got a cell phone today, so you can your Q code reader and hold it up, and the site will actually produce information on your phone. And the site's expanding, as Nicole has said. And it's unbelievable. We live in a really great city, New London. Yeah. And I grew up in Mississippi, loved history, came to New London, and found out this really is history. New London itself is, I think, it can be disputed, about the 8th or 9th oldest city town in the state of Connecticut. And just seeing the actual beginnings of how this country came into being, and seeing that there was participation by people of color from its very beginning.
Yeah. Now, you guys both conducted research for the trail. Tell us, what went into it. You guys told me that you have looked into some of these books to help with the research, right?
Yep. Yes, we have, and that's just a small collection.
Yeah.
But when it's like a piece of thread or a cloth, as we started to pull on something, more things fell out. There were things we thought we knew, and it just would run on and on and on. There's a man, Mr. Linwood Bland. He came from the Carolinas, was very instrumental in New London moving forward. He was born in 1929. He only died in 2005. So unlike some history where you can read it in a book, there's still people walking the streets who knew him as I did.
That is incredible. Okay, now we do have to head out, but really quickly, how can people find out more information about the trail?
Yep, so you can go to visitnewlondon.org, and you can look up New London's Black Heritage Trail that way. You can do a quick Google search for New London's Black Heritage Trail. Again, those QR codes, those websites, getting out there and paying attention to, the houses that are still existing, like the Hempstead houses that exist in New London, Connecticut. You can go out there and find a QR code on that site. And I always like to tell people that the most historic site on the Black Heritage Trail is all of Hempstead Street.
Interesting. Okay. Yep. I'm going to have to go back out there and check it out.
It's worth it.
Totally worth it.
It is really quite a day to spend in the city, and you'll learn so much.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you
for having us.
And we will have all of that information on our website, fox61.com.